Hello guys, welcome back to the series. Wouldn't normally talk over these FMVs, but want you to know that there is no sound. So there's not something wrong. Do not adjust that dial, as they would say. It's just there is no sound there. Hello guys. Here we go. Sound comes in here. There I am, back down in the corner. Hello guys. If a bit of a spoiler, you may never notice this, I do try to set the color of the light for the team that we are going to be playing as. This is episode 1 of Player Manager for the PS1, which there will probably be some edits in here because I've routinely called it Premier Manager throughout some of the practices or some of the first takes that I may have done. So this is the first management game or the management sim that came out for the PlayStation 1. It's by Anko, who you may know from Kickoff. It supports the mouse. Didn't know the PlayStation had a mouse, don't have one. Looked them up on eBay, won't be buying one just for this series, but I'm going to click the pad. Now I have set up, if this is your first time with us, what I do on this series is I use a draw, a bingo machine, a high-tech bingo machine, pick out one of these numbers. So far on different games, we have been Blackburn number 12, we have been Wimbledon number 25, and we've been Reading 42. Internationals use a different method, but this is what we are doing. This time around, number 27, Charlton Athletic. So we're going to be Charlton. I'm going to get the game loaded up. I have set this up. My first thoughts, I'm really enjoying this. You can see why people liked it. It's a bit archaic. A lot of stuff to press. Normally you would see me set up the entire save, get stuff like that going, but I've already done it. And like I said, we're playing as Charlton Athletic. Now, just while we're loading, just for some things to go over, there were a few teams in this we couldn't pick because there's a few different game modes. There's the mode that's just like standard player, the main mode, and it tries to encourage you to be either Burnley or Birmingham. And it also, because it hence Player Manager, you have got an in-game avatar present in this game, and it wants you to be either Brian Robson or Glenn Hoddle. I've put my own name in, but that is what it wants to do. You can't play as a Premiership team, and the Premiership is different to you're probably thinking. Each division has only got 16 teams in it. If you have a look at the setup here, so it's telling you I'm Charlton at the top. It's got archives, finance, press room, manager's office, the boardroom. Let's go in here. Just to show you this lady, that is the exact haircut and earrings that my mum used to have in like the 80s. So I'm hoping I don't get called in there at any stage. She'll use my full name if she's mad at me. So if we go into the manager's office, this is kind of where you do your day-to-day stuff, and you've got your transfer phone, the big red phone, you've got your loan list, and you've got league tables. So we're going to go on league tables. I'm going to show you what I was blathering on about. So here is my league. I'm in what we would consider the championship in modern terms, but it's only 16 teams. So every league has got this 16 team set up to it. So Premiership, League 1, League 2, League 3, etc. As you can see, played 3, won 1, drawn 1, lost 1. There's a few different ways you can play this game. Compared to if you did watch the last series of FA Manager on the PS1, this is much snappier to get through games. So I'm going to go into coach. Just going to show you the tactical setup. There we go, tactics. So everything is represented by one of these things. It's very clear that these people worked on the computers from the way that this is set up. Like I said, it's a bit more convoluted, a bit more involved. So you can pick one of your tactics from in here. I'm currently playing this 5-3-2. You can change tactics during the games, etc. from these ones on the side. But then you've got this little training menu. So if I go into team practice, I've got 10 hours available. I've used 10 hours, and you can see, look, I've booked 5-3-2 on 2.5 hours. I've taken this one off to 0 because I'm never going to use that. I've taken 3-4-1 off to 0. I'm not Bielsa. I'm not about that fancy football. And I've got 5-a-side. I've got weights and a few other bits. You've also, and I've not gone into this, I've only discovered that this is here last night when I was reading the manual. You've got this group coaching. So if you come over here, this is where you will pick your players. Now, you might see, pick your players, pick who's doing individual training. Do you remember when 20-year-old David Beckham signed for Charlton for about 312,000? No, me neither, but it's happened in game. I've also got Neil Lennon, who's come in, who's showing up as a centre-back on here. And the players have got different ratings and stuff that it gives you. So we're going to get in to some of the in-game modes first. And we'll do some of the transfers and some of the messing around in episode 2. Because if you're here for episode 1, you're probably not. Probably want to see the game. Managers wheeling and dealing. So here we are. These guys look delighted. There is a lovely, depending on who we're playing here, because I've not paid attention, there's a lovely overhead of each game that I've had so far. So it's shown me Molineux, it's shown me the Valley, it's shown me Oakwell, forgetting Tranmere's home ground. Sorry if there's any Tranmere fans out there. I'm really interested. So many of these grounds have got so much space around them in these aerials, and I doubt that any of that is there now. And the Molineux doesn't even have the big Asda that it's famous for. So that shows how much times have changed. Look at that ample parking. I'd love to be a Tranmere fan. Look at that. If it still exists. Right, here we are. So Saturday, week 4, Tranmere Rovers managed by John Aldridge. I wonder if he was their player manager at the time. Versus Charlton Athletic, managed by Masio, my pseudonym for this series. Now, here's my team. Mark Salmon, Richard Rufus, Sean Newton, who is a left back on this, or he's a full back. Dave Chandler, McClary, Barnes, Neil Lennon I've got currently in midfield, so I should have really changed that before I came in because he shouldn't play there. Paul Mortimer, I believe that would be Bradley Allen, or I don't really remember him at Charlton. I meant to check that prior to this episode. O'Connell, Patterson, Sturgis, and then Maceo. Now, one of the things that I found interesting or a bit different about this, so I'm on here, so I'm going to show this now. But look, it's got 4th division rating 2, top division rating 5, 3rd division, 2nd division. So it's got this kind of breakdown of their skill. My goalkeeper is a 4th division rating 2, so I probably need to get replacing him. But every player has got like a specific position within where they're playing. So obviously you've got your keeper, you've got your fullback, you've got centre backs, but then your defender. So a defender can play any of those roles. Centre back obviously is what it is, but then playmaker, centre forward, striker, midfield general. There's a general midfield, which is just IMD. There's a target man. So they've got these little roles that each player fulfills. And there's 3 ways you can watch a game. We're going to go with predict. This is basically classic teletext style score. The only button you can press here is the X. 2-0 down now. Paul Cook. The X will make it go faster. 3-0 down. 4-0 down. Wow, that went really badly. So there you are. First game you've seen me. I've been absolutely hammered. Man of the match was Sean Teal. Paul Cook's grabbed a brace and it's giving me my match rating. So as you can see, that's quite straightforward. We could get into another game now within, as long as I don't get sacked, we could get into another game maybe in about 60 seconds. So like I said, it's really quick that way. That was a heavy defeat. What went wrong? We let in 4 goals. We just didn't get the breaks. Our keeper had a nightmare. What were the defenders? The defenders were dozing. We just lost our way. Happens sometimes. I'm not praising the opposition. I'm like, Mourinho wouldn't do that, would he? So there we are. So I'm going to go in to the office and I'm going to sort out Neil Lennon. And then I'm going to have a look on the transfer market. I'll show you how the transfer market works. So, full disclaimer, I bought Neil Lennon thinking he was going to be a midfielder because I clicked on the wrong menu and I really need to upgrade this midfield. How you change a player is you click on the number here and then I'm going to find, here we are, David Beckham. Click, and you have to click on his actual name, so Beckham drops in. So I've now got a midfield of Beckham, Patterson and Mortimer. I've got some players who have got this here. Look, he's up for loan. So if we click on this, oh no, I'm saying he is for loan. No one's come in for it. And someone is trying to buy Patterson, even though I've not signed him that long ago. And then the red phone are guys that are transfer listed that I've just been trying to shift out, just figuring out how the game works effectively. So we're going to go, and we're going to try and replace Mark Salmon. I've already pronounced it 2 different ways. If you're familiar with the show, you know that I do that a lot. Right, so let's go transfer list. Let's go keepers. So the rating, show me what division they're in and what rating they've got. So he's a division 3 with a 5 rating. I'm going to try, because I desperately don't want to get sacked, I'm going to try and sign McMahon. So look, it's showing me his stats and his breakdown. He's at Tottenham. He's got a keeper rating of 4. So a 4 for the 2nd division. What is his stats? Handling, jumping. So his jumping isn't great, is it? His kicking's not great. But then it's the 90s. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to click that I want to bid. And this took me a little while to work out. Let me just get rid of my face. So you can select how much you want to offer him with here. And I've already noticed a little bit of a trick. So whilst there's no one, sometimes there'll be other teams here that are bidding against you. But I'm going to hit confirm bid. And sometimes they will lower their asking price. So let's give that a try. So look, there you see they've just bumped 200,000 off of it. So I'm gonna, not that it matters because we're probably not playing a season 2, but let's go up to 320 or 330. There, they've gone 380. I'm gonna go 350. And you can just kind of lowball, keep lowballing, keep haggling like you're at the market. They're not going to go any lower than that, so I'm going to meet that. Let's get us a new goalkeeper. There's no wages or anything like that. He'll just be accepted on the wages that he's on. We can negotiate wages with our own players, but there's no negotiating players when you're bidding for a guy. So he's just going to sign on $2,500 a week. Nice little graphic to show that he's the record signing. He's in the wrong kit because that's the outfielder's kit. The chairman looks delighted. He's either a Brian Clough fan or he's a former golf champion. But I've signed him there, 1.3 million. So that's most of the money that I've got. He better be an upgrade. So let us get back to the team. Sorry, Mark. I know that you're. He's a bit of a Charlton cult hero, isn't he? And let's get him in. So look, he's coming up as top division rating 5. So he's already got a different rating to we were looking at. So maybe that was the variations of my scout. And let's get into another game. Let's see how we get on. Don't know what they're cheering for because we just got annihilated. There you are. There's a valley. I wonder if you could see onto the pitch from the higher floors of these flats. Oh, so we've got a cup match. So we've got at home to Oxford. Now I'm going to go on, rather than doing the highlights view, because this is the second one along, this is one I think the worst. We're going to go on this. We're going to go on the fast scanner. Now this is quite a nice 2D. We just turn that down there. A look, nice little 2D, 3D, like overhead pitch view. So, and you can see the real formation. So you can see that my team, if I just pause this here, they're in that 5-3-2, whereas you can see Oxford look like they're in a sort of 4-4-2. Is that? So and this plays along. You've got a few things. If I pause it here, just go to the side. You've got step by step. You've got tilt down. You've got zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Let's zoom out a little bit so you can get this how you want. I'm quite impressed with that, to be honest. Especially in the era, I would have loved that. Now, I don't know what division Oxford are. think they might just be the division below me. I've scored a goal there. I have no idea who scored it because I wasn't paying attention and it doesn't seem to tell me anywhere. But it's half time and I'll take that. One of the benefits of this view is you can make subs. So I'm going to get to the 60th minute and I'm going to bring the player manager on. Now the player manager is 28. And it shows you how football has changed. That it talks about in the menu. The manual. It's because we don't get them nowadays, so I'm not used to saying it. It talks about like he's a player coming to the end of his career. So I'm going to take O'Connell off. I'm going to bring the target man on. There we go. And so we go back. That sub will happen. There's only 2 subs to make. One of my guys has got a yellow card. I've only got a defender on the bench though, so I'm going to have to leave him on. One of the league defeats I had was against Sunderland, who've got an absolutely incredible team for this league and era. They've got Fowler and they've got Lars Bohinen, the Norwegian. So there we are, 1-0. So look, showed our sub there. The goal was Allen. Need to check who that is because don't remember. What do you think of your new signing? Slotted in perfectly. Clean sheet. Loving it. Loving life. So there we are. 2 games down. And I am going to show you this final view. And then that will be it for episode 1. Nice little shot. Yeah, lads, you can celebrate now. Because you have actually won a game. So chart another home game. So we've got Norwich, Mike Walker. So as you can see, my midfield is not very good. I've got Beckham, who's a Division 4 rating. I got a bit giddy with the fact that I could sign him. Keeper's got a right bounce on him. So this is how the highlights play out. So there's no way of doing anything here other than skipping at any button. Takes it out, and we're 1-0 down. He scored. He scored. Norwich are all over me here. Now you will notice, if you look very carefully, every team plays in stripes. Now if you look at Norwich, you can see some of their stripes have kind of been greyed out. That's a great save. Cat-like reflexes, keep the ball out. Well, cost me 1.3 million. But even Charlton, who just played in plain red, have got this. Good save. Have got this this stripe effect. And if you look, you can see there's a different type of red over it. Man, have we had a highlight yet? Oh, it goes in off the post. I've never had to think of this before. What happens if I get sacked before the end of the season? It'd be embarrassing. Oh, God, I'm 3-0 down. Only claw at the ball. I've got 5 at the back. Come on, lads. Oh, here we go. I'm going to blame this on our lack of midfield dominance. Very slowly kicking that on. Ref, is that a pen? Oh, I've never seen this. He's going on. Darren Eady receives a deserved yellow card, but where were we? Is that over the halfway line? Oh, yeah, so I was hoping I was getting a penalty there. I'm not. That's a great challenge, ref. You're not booking him for that, are you? Patterson is showing a yellow card. So it's clear to me that we need midfield. We need better midfielders. Oh, and we have got a goal though, so we have established some form of credibility there. But there we are. We've lost 3-1. So I'm going to go. Just click through here. 13,500. They've got a good team, Norwich, haven't they? Looking at that. Not sure who Bradshaw is, but the rest of them, you know, they were decent players for this era. Right, let's have a check of 2 things. We're going to check the league table. before we leave. Just so you know, the clock does nothing if you click on it. It looks like the fact that it's animated, that it should do something, but it does not. So we're down there. We are in that. Although one win or a couple of wins gets us back towards the top of the table. Although one of the teams that I have beat is Barnsley, so maybe my team's not as good as I felt it was on first look. So if we go on the board, let's go see Mum. See how I'm getting on. So look, you've got boardroom rating, you've got game attendances. I believe this is finances on a financial rating. So let's go on. I don't think there's anything else you can click on. I have noticed some of there's some stuff that's like very close to the edge of the screen that you can still click on. But let's have a look at the board rating after what, 7 games. So we're doing all right. Board assessment 74%. It's not as low as I was expecting. Thanks, Mum. So there we are. Now, last thing, it took me ages to find this the first time I played it. Save the game. And this is what I was talking about. Look, it's right down here in this drawer. And see that you notice the images on the computer keep changing. So I'm going to save that there. So thank you very much for dropping by for episode 1 of Player Manager for the PS1. If you played this, if you've got any tips, if you can figure out why I've just gone on that 2-game league losing spree, feel free to let me know in the comments, because it would be great to see a few more comments down there. But thank you to everyone who's dropping by.